What up, Team ADB? It's time for us to kick things off, man. Now, ADB Athletics, my YouTube channel is not brand new by any means. You can go back and look at a lot of my old content, which I encourage you to do because I still stand by all the things that I said back then. But just know that I have gained almost over 4 years of reference points to pull from now that I've been coaching athletes. When I first started this page, I wasn't, I don't know if I was personal training yet. I think I had just been given the blueprint by God, and I was just trying to apply it in my own life and share it with people. But now I have successfully shared it with multiple hundreds of athletes and even non-athletes and helped them change their lives and really take things to a whole new level. So now this page is all about delivering that to you guys in a documented, step-by-step way that you can follow easily and effortlessly. I'm going to do my best to try and record on a regular basis, but no promises on that. All right, I'm going to do my best, but if I miss a day, I miss a day, and it is what it is, okay? Chances are you're coming from TikTok. You're probably a running back. You're probably a defensive back. These are not the only positions that we're going to talk about on this page. We're going to also talk about, well, I'm not going to talk about other positions like receivers or linebackers or nothing like that, because I only talk about what I have experience with and what I know and truly understand. But we are going to talk about different aspects of what it means to just be an overall athlete, like athletic performance, speed, strength, recovery, mindset, right? All of those things. I'm going to give you that blueprint here on this page. And then we're also going to dive deeper into position specific concepts and things like that within the Skool community. All right. So if you're looking for the running back courses and things like that, then those are going to be inside of Skool. We'll touch on some stuff like that on this page, but you're really going to find it over there. If you're looking for training programs and things of that nature, it's just a shameless plug. In the link in the description, I'm going to have a link to Playbook. Playbook is where you're going to find my programs and my training circuits and things like that. That's where you're going to find all that recovery, stretch routines, strength training, position-specific training. All that is going to be down there. Like I said, Skool is going to host the courses and things like that, the IQ courses for the position-specific stuff. And then the part that I am most excited about is the clothing brand, and that's going to be on adbathletics.com. It's written on my jacket, right? Can you see that? I don't know. It's written on my jacket. It's adbathletics.com. You go over there and you're going to be able to see the latest capsule, whatever collection is up. Okay, so the capsules are going to rotate on a regular basis, and when they're gone, they're gone, right? Everything is done in the moment with me, and that's the biggest reason why I wanted to start the YouTube journey, because if you follow me on TikTok, like, you might get a video that I made 4 or 5 months ago, and it was relevant to that era of the season, right? Like, maybe we were just leaving the off season. Like, the information that was being talked about then doesn't really apply to now, because right now you guys are going into the season, right? So I just kind of wanted to document everything from step 1 and take you from 1 to 2 to 3 and, from point A all the way through point Z and have it documented, easy to follow. And that's what the YouTube is all about. So the clothing capsule is going to work the same way, where it's like in the energy, in the moment, in the spirit of the time, I'm going to have specific clothes out. And when that capsule is gone, when that energy kind of resonates differently and it passes, we're going to close that capsule off. We're going to leave it where it's at. We're not going to bring it back. And whatever is in season, whatever is in that moment will be available at that time. So definitely go check out the clothing capsule that's available right now. If you see something, grab it, because it will be gone sooner or later and you won't have another chance to go get it. Okay. Now, why are we making the brand? Or what is the brand for, right? Who is the brand for? What are we trying to do with ADB? Okay. First and foremost, ADB stands for always do better. All right. Always do better is the mantra that I use to change my life. Okay. I was in a dark space. I was in a low point of my life, and God came through and gave me this mantra. I could take you through the whole story. If you guys are interested in that, just let me know. But to keep it short and sweet, man, one day my mom came in my room. I was about, 18, 19 years old. And no, I had to have been 19 because it was after my first year of college. And I was sitting there and she's like, like, what are you planning on doing with your life, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have all this potential, but you have no direction. You know what I'm saying? She called me out, as any good mom is going to do. She called me out and she pulled my card because I didn't really have a plan in place. I was just floating at the mercy of life. Now, that takes me deeper into the meaning behind ADB, right? So she gave me 7 days to sit down and game plan what I wanted to do with my life. She said, get a piece of paper, Write it down, and you're going to present this to me in 7 days. All right. So that was the first challenge I ever had when it came to elevating my life. My mom called me out. She challenged me. I took some days. I kind of started trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do and what direction I wanted to take my life, yada, yada. I had no clue, but one thing I knew was clothing was really cool, and I wanted to get into making clothes. So I started researching Nipsey Hussle. This is when I discovered who Nipsey Hussle was, and I learned about the Marathon Continues. And that is what, like, it's like I'm like an offspring of the Marathon Continues, right? This is what ADB is about. Now, the thing that I really resonated with TMC is that TMC wasn't about Nipsey, right? TMC was about taking your journey and being patient, step by step, building it out and making it happen, bringing a dream to reality by doing what you needed to do. The journey was about you. You know what I'm saying? That's what TMC is really. The journey is about you. And then he backed that up with his music, right? You listen to his music, sure, there's a lot of nonsense in it, right? A lot of stuff that probably shouldn't have been pushed, but it was his lifestyle and it was his truth. Now, if you read between the lines when you were listening to his music, you heard a lot of motivational stuff, and you understand why people resonate and rock with Nipsey Hussle so much. And he inspired me. And I started thinking, I was like, what could I do? What could I do? What could I do? And I made this little, I still have it. It's probably up there. I'm not going to look for it right now. I took a bunch of toothpicks and I broke them up, and I hot glued them into the shape of a t-shirt. I pressed them down. I traced out some t-shirts, and I started writing logos on those t-shirts. And I was having a ton of fun with it, and it was something that I wanted to do. After like 5 or 6 different variations, I came up with ADB. And little did I know ADB would completely change my life. It would transform within itself, and it would go from strictly clothing to incorporating training and mentality type of stuff. And it will completely change it into its own being. You know what I'm saying? That's like ADB is its own thing now. And it changed my life because I started using the mantra that I wrote down on that piece of paper, and I put it onto a shirt for the first time, and I would wear it. And I noticed that when I wore it, it was like I always had this constant reminder to try and get better and do better and challenge myself and elevate my life the way that my mother challenged me to do. You know what I'm saying? So slowly but surely, that developed into me becoming a coach. And again, I'm not going to go super deep onto that story of how I ended up coaching, but little by little, through the course of a couple of years, trying to find my way, those early adulthood years can be dangerous if you don't have a guide or a mentor or somebody to show you the way, right? My dad had already passed away, so I didn't have an idol. I didn't have somebody to look up to. I was just kind of walking around the world trying to find a way, trying to make something happen. And the only thing that was keeping my head on straight was the mantra, always do better. Actually, cool little piece of information, head on straight was the original mantra. It was HOS, but I put it on t-shirt and it said hose, and I was like, okay, I can't do that. I can't have people walking around with a shirt that say hose on it, right? So it evolved and it turned into always do better. So again, the thing that was keeping my head on straight was ADB. I would tell that to myself in the mornings, and I had one shirt, and I would wear that shirt as often as I possibly could. I wore it all the time, washed it, wore it, washed it, wore it. And little by little, it turned into a fitness philosophy where I started to understand that if you take advantage of your fitness, you can really start to direct the direction or guide the direction of your life, right? And I got my fitness right. I started getting healthier. I started eating healthier. I started working out more. I started taking care of my body. And slowly but surely, the depression started to fade. The clarity started to come back. I could hear God's voice again. You know what I'm saying? I started to develop direction. I started to develop a sense of purpose. And that grew into, me starting to share that with other people. And through that process, I started trying to try my hand at fitness coaching. And usually if anybody has ever been around someone who's a personal trainer, you start off trying to help anybody and everybody. And then quickly you get burnt out and you realize like, oh, I actually don't want to help out that 65-year-old grandma that's trying to recover from a hip surgery. Like, that's boring, right? And I don't want to train the little 7-year-old that can't focus and they actually have no desire to be here. It's just their parents' desire to have them be great. Like, I have no interest in coaching those people. Slowly but surely, I found myself going from gym to gym, trying to find the right fit for me as a coach, and I came across one called D1 training. D1 training is specifically for athletes, which, by the way, you should look into your area, see if there's a D1 that's a local chain or a nationwide chain. You might have a D1 training in your area. Every gym is not the same. My gym was definitely a highly ranked one and a highly respected one, because we did things in a different way and we did them very, very well. So every D1, I can't speak for the greatness of everyone, but the majority of them are just as great, if not even better. Okay, so check your location, check your area, look for a D1 training. You might have some good athletic performance trainers in your area, just like myself. So D1 training opened my eyes to athletic performance training. And that's where I started to realize, like, oh, this is fun. Like, I can thrive with this, because I started getting around young men, young girls who had that drive and they wanted to be great. And they just didn't quite understand what it took, right? Like, they squat and their knees buckle. Like, they jump and they don't use their hands. You know what I mean? They don't have good balance. They're not strong. But in their head, they've got that dream and they want to be great. And they want to excel in their sport, right? And I just fell in love with helping those kids and maximize their athletic potential. We're talking all the way from like 10 years old up to like 18, 19, 20, 21, right? From elementary school kids to middle school kids, high school kids, and going into those collegiate years. Like, that's my ballpark, right? And so slowly but surely, this developed into what you guys have now interacted with at this point, most likely through TikTok, which is me helping running backs and helping defensive backs, right? I just quit trying to help everybody, and I started helping the people that I really wanted to help. And you guys turned me up, man. Y'all rocked with me. Y'all kept me going. And, then I was able to display my way of thinking and my way of approaching life to you guys, and helping y'all apply this philosophy towards your pursuit in your sport at your position, right? And you guys rocked with it. So understand that ADB Athletics, just like TMC, is about you. This brand is about you. This is about taking your game to the next level, helping you maximize your athletic performance, helping you go get that scholarship, helping you go get that NIL money. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all getting a bag nowadays. Go chase that. Take care of yourself, right? Don't do things specifically for the money. That's not the point, but you understand that. Do it for the love of the game. Do it for the love of the growth. Do it for the love of the process and the progress that comes from challenging yourself on a day-by-day basis, trying to find something to do to get better every single day, okay? Always do better. That's what it is. That's what it's always been. That's what it's always going to be. I'm sure the brand will continue to develop over time, but for right now, what we do, and I say we, it's a one-man show, bro, but it's me and God. You know what I'm saying? Understand, if you're rocking with me, you're really just getting a message from God. I'm nothing but a vessel, bro. All glory goes to the Most High. All of it. All of it. This brand is not about me. It's about you. It's about helping you connect with that power inside of you that can help you change your life. You know what I'm saying? The same way I did myself. I want to help you tap into that, but you have to understand that to tap into that, there's boxes that you have to check on a day-by-day basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do those small actions that most other people will overlook because of how small and seemingly inconsequential they are, but they're really the key. It's really the key that will keep that door locked or open that sucker up and give you access to a whole new realm of life, a whole new existence. And what I'm talking about in relation to sports and football is being that dude on the bench that just doesn't understand why they can't get any playing time and they can't get better, and helping them develop into that dude. That dog that's just going to break a game wide open every time the ball is in his hand. The ball, they say the ball, it recognizes energy. So when the ball is consistently in somebody's hand, it's because they're doing all the right things, right? The ball don't lie. Coaches will choose favorites. Booster money will get people on the field. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's all types of politics and stuff that go into why some people might get an opportunity over other, but the ball never lies, bro. The ball has a genuine energy, and if it continues to find itself attracting itself to you, it's because you're doing all the right things to put yourself in position to go get that thing and do something with it. The ball wants to make plays. The ball wants to be a part of a highlight film, and it's going to find the players that'll get that'll allow it to do that. You know what I'm saying? And if you check the little boxes on a day by day basis, stretching, eating right, strength training, staying on top of your body, or skill training if you're in season, right? And keeping your craft sharp and staying on top of your game, the mental side of it, the film study, the IQ, the understanding of what you're doing, putting yourself in position to go make a play, the ball will find you, bro. And you can take yourself from being over here and not knowing what's going on to being over here and just being that dude, and everybody's trying to wonder what you're doing, right? Everybody got an excuse like, oh, he the favorite. Oh, they only give him the ball, yada, 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 rada, rada, but they don't understand what goes on behind closed doors. They don't see you checking off those boxes every single day. They don't see you showing up every single day. They don't see you challenging yourself every single day. They don't see you studying and analyzing yourself and finding new ways to take your game to a whole new level. They don't see that. They don't recognize it. They don't respect it. They just think it's luck, right? That's what lands you over here. So what has happened is ADB has turned into a philosophy, or a philosophy has grown out of ADB. It didn't turn into a philosophy, but a philosophy has grown out of ADB. And if you'll follow that philosophy, which we'll talk about in our future videos, if you'll follow that philosophy, hold on, I done messed up my microphone. I can't hear myself no more. All right, there it goes. If you'll follow that philosophy, you can set yourself up for success. Okay, so, damn, I done lost my train of thought with that. But what I want you guys to understand is that ADB Athletics is nothing but a brand that I created to help you maximize yourself on your journey and help you go from point A to point B to point Z, so on and so forth, right? One step at a time. I'm meeting you wherever you're at, and I'm helping you go to the next level. Okay, this brand is about you, bro. ADB is about you. So in our future videos, we'll kind of break down the training philosophies. Give me 1 second. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, bro, but I'm not about to do a bunch of editing, so you guys are gonna have to hear that. This, you know what I'm saying, in the future videos, we'll talk about the training philosophies and what goes into you being a breakout athlete, right? We've got three pillars. One of them is leadership, the other one is going to be performance, and the last one is energy. So we'll talk about what you need to do to maximize your performance, like on field, off field, all of that. We'll talk about what goes into you being a leader and setting the tone and you know, the responsibilities that come with being great, because it's not just all, you know, roses and daisies. Like, brother, it's responsibility, and it comes with responsibility, and you have to handle that properly or that opportunity will fall through your hands. But just being able to set yourself up to receive that opportunity requires a leadership mentality, a championship mentality. We'll talk about that. And then the energy, what it takes to take care of your body and be able to show up at 100%. We're going to talk about that in the next couple of videos. I'll probably break that up and do one per video. And you know, I think that'll give me a chance to go deep enough into it to where you can understand it. But alongside all of that, man, you know, like I said earlier, the school side of things, the School of ADB is going to be opening up soon. I don't know when. I'm not going to give you a date because I'm not going to, you know, not be able to pull through with that. It'll come when it's ready. When God is ready to deliver that to you, it will arrive, and it'll be at the right time, as far as divine timing is concerned, right? So that's coming. Playbook, that's where the training resources will be. Okay, that'll be here in due time. Right now, we have very limited stuff inside of Playbook, but you can hop in there and check out what is in there and utilize it. Then the clothing capsules. The clothing capsules are already up. They're already live, and they are going to continue to develop and change and rotate. So pop your head in there, check that out. Tune in for the next video, man. I'm really excited to help you guys master the way of ADB, master your life, and take things to a whole new level. And hopefully I can inspire you to go out and inspire more athletes, more individuals, or maybe not even athletes. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys might be stud athletes right now that go into finance or go into real estate and construction and building or software development or whatever it is. But I just hope and pray that you engage and encounter this brand, maximize your athletic ability, maximize your fitness and your health and your mindset, your spiritual and mental and physical health, and then use that to find your own purpose and go 100%, like balls to the wall, like leave the gas tank on E. You know what I'm saying? And then you can go and inspire somebody else, because that's what I'm trying to do with this, man. I'm trying to put the gas tank on E, and when I drop and it's over with, I hope and pray that you guys are able to come back to this channel right here and start from point A and get all the way to point Z and find a way, find a lane for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So let's create something timeless. Let's create something bigger than me. Let's create something bigger than you. Let's create something together by way of me giving you the knowledge, me giving you the example, me giving you the blueprint, and you taking action. You know what I'm saying? If you truly want to be great, follow up what I give you with action, and we can get there, and we'll get there together, man. So let's wrap this video up, bro. I can't wait to keep this going. I'm gonna do this as often as I can, and let's turn up, bro. Let's turn up. Coach Ro, I'm out. Peace.